Um, I need your name and title.
Dan Eaton, Director of Bands, Superior High School.
All right. All right. We'll start with our first question. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this now instead of later? What's with the new swim and wrestling thing?
Why?
What's the
Why
idea?
are you doing this, man?
What's the idea behind it?
No, I'll tell you. My wife was a student at Eau Claire North, who are playing in hockey tonight, and we hate. And so hopefully we'll just kill him. But she said to me once, because I thought about doing other sports, and she was like, when I was in band at Eau Claire North, we would try to do one game, match, whatever, of sports that kids that were in the band were at. And I was like, that's freaking brilliant. Yes. Right? So it's like the Ocho, right? ESPN the Ocho doing cornhole and tag and doing all those kind of sports. They're sports, right? But they're not on the regular ESPN. Well, you know what? Cross country's a sport. Swimming's a sport. And wrestling's a sport. Golf's a sport. But it doesn't, why does the pep band not go to those things, right? Tradition says you do hockey and you do basketball. Thank you. I don't care. I like traditions. There's some traditions made to be broken. I want to support my students that come into this room. So we've got a ton of kids that are in cross country. We may be out at Patterson Park next fall. I've got kids that play baseball and softball. We may be out on the fields this spring. I've got some girls that did swim this fall, and we'll give it a try. We got about 5, 6, 7 guys that are swimming right now from the band, and we're going to try to go in the next couple of weeks to go to a swim meet. I've met with Mr. Punko, and he's like totally into it. Talked with Mr. Sims about cross country. He is way into it, so we'll see. I think, why are we doing it now? Well, this is only my second year here, right? And I went through my first year, didn't want to change anything, just as is. And so this year, we're just kind of like feeling our way through, seeing what we could change.
Using them building blocks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that's why.
So that answers our other question with what do you hope to achieve?
Well, the biggest thing I hope to achieve is that my students know we support them, right? And that we're just not here for the hockey players and the basketball players and the football players. We're here for everybody. We'll play pep rallies. Last year, Mr. Flaherty had us march through the whole school playing during homecoming, And I don't know, I got kids in soccer. We thought about maybe doing soccer in the fall, something like that. I don't want us to put ourselves into a situation where it ruins what's going on, right? So I'm not going to do anything without talking to the coaches and my students. And Mr. Punko is totally sold on it, coming to that. And I've never been to a swim meet. So it's quiet, it's going to be loud, so maybe we don't take everybody that night. But that same night we're doing a swim meet, I think we can, as soon as we're done, switch out and we're going and doing boys basketball at 7:15. So it's just another thing of linking things together.
And you have not attempted to do this before because this is only your second year here.
Right, at this high school. Yeah.
You taught previously at the middle school, correct?
I was at the middle school for 5 years. I was athletic band director at UMD for 16 before that. So I did college sports and all that for 16 years. And then prior to that, I was out east in New York, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, teaching high school and stuff and doing stuff. So.
All right. How are you preparing for this new environment? Because
well, I have to figure out when you can play, right? Like at a swim meet, they'll swim their heats and then they have some stuff in between. But if it goes quick and fast, we won't do anything. So I've talked with Mr. Punko about that. I've been to basketball before. I've been to cross-country meets before, so I kind of know how that goes. I played baseball in college and high school, so I know how that, and softball I coached. So I understand how those things go. There's downtime in between innings and stuff. I've gone to wrestling matches before. I don't know if we're going to be able to do wrestling because that's so... Same thing with swimming. That's go, match, heat. But in swimming, they do the heats for swimming, then they have a break when they prepare for diving.
Yep.
And then after they're done with diving, then they prepare for swimming again. So it's just kind of like intermission at a hockey game, or halftime at a basketball. You sit there, you watch what's going on, and then when there's downtime, you play. So I think it's conducive maybe for swimming a little more than wrestling, because it's a match, then it's a match, then it's a match, then it's a match, and they know ahead of time kind of what order they're coming out in their weights and stuff. So I haven't talked to the coach from wrestling yet. So.
All right. I did have a student email me the schedule for stuff.
For the pep band stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
And I did see that the 19th you're doing swimming, because I don't have it directly up
So,
here.
The 19th, so what is today? Today's the 13th.
Yes.
Tuesday night, I think Tuesday night we're doing women's hockey. And then Thursday is Thursday the 19th?
Yes.
Thursday is the
So
19th.
next Thursday we will be doing swimming, and I think that's also boys basketball that same night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least we tried,
Yeah.
And our kids know that we support them. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
It's kind of a learning experience.
This one is. You are correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Is there any students directly that we should talk to get other things?
Well, for the swimmers, I got a bunch of swimmers. So, yeah, you could talk to Connor Kittleson, Art File, Colin Hill. Let's see who. Wild Whitkoff is swimming.
Yep.
There's 4 that I know of. I know I'm missing some. But there's 4 right there you could talk to. Those are juniors, sophomores, seniors.
Yep.
So those guys you could talk to.
What about for wrestling?
Wrestling is Tucker Karosky and Trevor Derrick.
How do you spell Karosky?
No. Tucker Briggs.
Briggs.
Tucker Briggs. Briggs. Tucker Briggs.
Briggs.
I think this is his first year of wrestling. He's a senior.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trevor Derrick has done it before. He's a madman.
All right. That's all for right now.
All right.
Can I email you and keep in contact in
Yeah.
case we need a second interview?
Oh, yeah, man. And in fact, if you want to come to those games and get pictures or something, come on. Let's go.
That's what we plan to do.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sounds great.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.